Hi everyone, it's Clyde at Vibrant Soap, and today I'm going to continue my series of artist-inspired soaps, and this time I'm going to return to Georgia O'Keeffe. And you might say, I don't remember seeing a video on Georgia O'Keeffe, but this tutorial was done in an article I wrote for Making Soap magazine, and I'll leave a link down below because you might be interested. It's just full of interesting articles on how to and some of the chemistry behind soap and what's going on in the soap world, and I've been privileged enough to write for that 2 times. And so you might want to see how I made this soap. I'll show you a picture of it. And that was one of Georgia O'Keeffe's white and purple paintings of orchids. It was an oil painting. And this one is a watercolor. It is her watercolor of lilies. And to kind of get into this, because I had to think about how would I order my pour, what would I do for my drizzle, what would I do for the base, all those kinds of questions I had before I started it. I thought, you know what, I've been wanting to paint. I'm going to do some studies of this particular painting. Maybe as I do this painting, this study, I will get a little idea of how I would go about making this soap. So as I played around with it, I got more familiar with the colors and how I would do some colors that are more subdued and how I would make some bright areas in the soap. So if you're more interested in that, I'm not going to show the whole process of making the studies, but I've chosen not to include the video of these studies on this video because I didn't want it to get too long, but I will give you a little link so that you can see the whole process of me making the watercolor. And I also got a new iPad and I did a study of the same painting using one of the painting tools. I think it was Adobe Sketch, and I found that to be pretty interesting. So after doing these studies, I feel like I'm really more prepared to do this soap. And I'll do a color tutorial to show you what I decided on with the color, and then we'll get into the making of the soap. Okay, so I'm going to plan the colors for this O'Keeffe inspired soap by the ground up. So I'm going to start with what I consider the best way to actually pour and make this soap, and it's going to start off with a base of pink and white. I'm going to do an in the pot swirl. As I look at the painting, I notice that the background is a subtle pink and white coloration. Now the color pink is really very selective. You should use the paintbrush, and I'm not using a paintbrush, I'm pouring this, so I have to kind of simplify the design. So I think rather than being able to plan where that pink is going to be like a shadow around the flower to make it, to enhance it, I'm going to just have to do a improv version of that by letting the pink and white do its thing before I start with the other colors of the flower. I'm going to do some more pastel. There's a lot of pastels in this, and I'm going to want to do a blue-purple color, because that's what I see in the painting. So I'm already thinking I need to have some blue mica, some purple mica to get just the right lavender wisteria color that I want. So I'm gonna have something like this, and more like that, a little bit more purple, something like that. And then I'm going to have some green. And that's going to be like a linear splatter behind the whole thing. Kind of thinking this through. And then just a little touch of yellow. Something like that. So we'll see how it goes. Rather simple palette there. And let's get on with the making of the soap. I'm going to be soaping at about 75 degrees today. I'm going to blend my oils, my kaolin clay, sodium lactate first, and some coconut milk. My lye solution. And my fragrance. It's a favorite of mine, is strawberry champagne from Nature's Garden. And it's easy to work with. Has a little bit of a rosy scent too. I'm gonna get my colors. At first I'm gonna do an in the pot swirl, but let me get my pink poured first. I need to see if I need to adjust it by adding a little bit of titanium dioxide. And I'm going to pour the small amount of green that I'm going to use. About half a cup. Actually, let me pour a little more. And the rest is going to be white. Just give it a little blend for right now. I'm going to hit it again. That pink's a little bit brighter than I wanted it. So I'm going to pour the rest of my titanium dioxide in there. And actually I'm going to pour some of this. I'm going to really light purple. I'm going to blend that one when I'm ready for it. Okay, so let me do my in the pot swirl, and then I'm going to pour. So it goes pretty quickly. Stir this up a little. And I'm going to use all of it. Give that a little more stir than I usually do because of the design. And let me get you ready for the pour. So the reason why I stirred it a little bit more is because this is the background to the soap, and it's not supposed to really have a striping or a swirl that you can really see. I want it to be a little more cloudy, but I do want some of the white to show and some of the red to show, some of the pink to show, sorry. But I really want some of the white and pink to be distinct, just without a harsh line. Okay, let me get my green mixed. Push this aside for a sec. Don't have much green. Okay, now I'm just going to take this green and I'm going to try to get some lines like this. And that's it. Pour the rest of this in a little mold. Okay, now I'm going to mix this one up. And I'm going to take a spoon and take a look at my markings to know where each bar is going to be. I put these little marks on the silicone mold, and I know I want to basically have a dollop in the middle for all of these. And a couple more drips on top. Couple more drips on top. Okay, so let's see here. What am I going to do? I think I'm going to put my dividers in first. So I'm going to drag the major middle part down. And I just have a regular dropper here. I'm going to dig down a little deeper because I want some of that lighter color in the middle. Now it's time for the drizzles. I'm going to use this little spoon because I don't want much of this. Basically getting it in three main areas. I'm just approximating because I don't want to drive myself crazy by the little accidents that are going to occur because I have to work fast. Then I'm going to do another pass with this. And use my eyedropper again to bring two little horns up. Now I made a really light wisteria colored mica drizzle, And I took some of the same purple I used in this, and I added some icicle mica. I want to put that right in the middle. Do another little pass with the spoon. And with the yellow, I want it in 3 places too. And I'm going to use the dropper again. I'm going to use the tip to do the other part. It adds a sharper shape to the top. Now I have some time where I can shape the top petals a little bit. And there it is. So pretty happy with that. Let me just give that a spray of alcohol. I'm not going to use any glitter. I don't think of Georgia O'Keeffe as being a glitter type of person, so keep it as that. And I'll bring you back for the unmolding. Okay, let's get this out of the mold. Let's turn this over. Let's pull the silicone liner away from the soap. And then the soap just falls out, usually. Came out nice. Really impressed that the colors are really what I wanted on this one. And I'll be cleaning these up. You can see the difference between the soap that became kind of matte when it was mixed with the soap batter, and the brighter bits like this purple and yellow that were mica drizzles. I'm just pulling the soap out of the sides first. This way. And I'll slip off the dividers. Thanks also for the comments and looking at the Instagram page where I take pictures that inspire me for all the little creative projects that I do. And we'll see you soon. Bye, everybody.